Hello, this is video journal number 4. My name is Zillian Gebert, and this is Health Psychology Summer 2021. So this is wrapping up my drinking a Hydro Flask of water every day. This health behavior and its positives and negatives for me and my personal experience. I found that the positives were that it really pushed me to be more health conscious and be more aware of what I was putting into my body and what I needed. Because before I wasn't being as health conscious as I should have been or could have been, especially at such a young age. You don't want to start developing those bad habits. It also gave me a goal. I'm a very competitive person, and giving me that goal and that purpose and that drive is really what pushed me to have a good experience with this assignment. A few negatives that I also started to notice too was that it made me too obsessive over it. I did fall really far into the competitive aspect of it, and it made it really difficult for me to not obsess over trying to compete with this assignment and grapple with it, and it made it really difficult at times. It also brought up a lot of negative emotions because in that obsessiveness, I started to doubt myself, and I also started to do a lot of negative self-talk and to make it really hard for myself to be positively getting experiences out of this or be positively affected by it, because it was starting to really wear on me, for sure, making it hard to even want to do the assignment or to even do the things that I was doing before, because I was starting to doubt myself and really put myself down for not having done it before this assignment. So as far as achieving my goal, I do believe I did. In the end, I was able to finish strong and, overcome some of those obstacles that I was seeing. But I also don't feel like I did, because I wasn't able to do it the entire duration of the semester. So that makes it a little bit difficult for me to be like, yes, I did positively achieve my goal. If my goal was doing it for the last 2 weeks or the last week, maybe, but doing it the entire time, if that was my goal, definitely not. I definitely did slip up. There were days where I forgot my Hydro Flask entirely, and I wasn't even able to do the assignment to its entirety at all. Talking about my challenges was very difficult, especially this last video journal, wrapping up some of the things and, realizing that I did go through some little obstacles and challenges and struggles of being, doubtful of myself and putting myself down. It was very difficult, and it's hard to go over this assignment at the end and realize that I did go through that, and now talking about them is very difficult. But I'm glad that this assignment has opened me up to being more comfortable with talking about those things, and also being more comfortable talking to a screen and recording myself doing it and talking about these challenges has been very helpful for me overall. Continuing my goal, yeah, I plan to continue my goal after this semester concludes. I'll obviously be a little bit more lenient on myself, a little bit, just to avoid any really negative, doubtful emotions that came up before in this assignment. I'll try to keep those in check more. Why I plan to do this is because it increased my energy. While I did experience some negativity towards the end, it did increase my energy overall, and it did bring me a lot of health benefits. It's good for your skin, it's good for your overall health, and everything like that. It's very beneficial. There's a lot of benefits to drinking water, especially doing it regularly. It also brought a little bit of weight loss for me, which is very helpful and brought me out of my negative headspace easily. It was the weight loss and being able to say proudly that I was able to do a little bit of weight loss during this assignment. Some struggles and obstacles, I touched on them a little bit, but just like a few other ones that I encountered were remembering my Hydro Flask. This has been a recurring theme for me. I continued to forget my Hydro Flask throughout the entire challenge. I definitely did start remembering it towards the end more, but when you're busy, it's very difficult to try to remember those things, because it's easier to just fly out the door and not even remember. All you need is your keys and your phone, and pretty much it. Being accountable for myself and being able to say, hey, you have not been doing this task that you said that you were going to be doing, or, just being accountable and keeping myself in check. So just being very aware of that. Drinking water over coffee was probably I'd say other than the emotional aspects of this, drinking water over coffee was horrendous for me, especially at the beginning. The busy schedule and with work and everything like that, you need coffee. I need coffee. So drinking water and choosing water over coffee was very hard for me to deal with. And to get past that caffeine withdrawals was very difficult. Helpful tips for me continuing this challenge and for anyone else who wants to do it is working in moderation, knowing that, hey, yeah, this is a challenge, but you also need to take your own routines into check and take your own mental health and everything into check as well. Because while it is a beneficial thing in many ways, you can't just cold turkey cut things out of your life. And especially if you want to be happy. Obviously, there are some like stipulations with that, but coffee, obviously, I needed it, so I had to wean it out more, definitely. But cutting out fast food is also very beneficial for me because I didn't want to grab a soda. Working less coffee, less need for caffeine. I would definitely recommend this. The health benefits are very good. It brought up my mood. It improved my skin overall. I have less acne now. And it's also improved my hair a little bit. It doesn't really look like it in this little clip. Don't mind that. But I promise it did. Also, weight loss, which I've mentioned before, was very helpful and very beneficial to my overall mental health. Improvements of this assignment. Overall, it was a really good assignment. I felt like it was very beneficial for me and very interactive and brought a lot of things to the over the computer learning. So, but it was a little difficult to submit, but overall very good, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you, Professor.